pleased to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The Falcons at 9-5 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
44 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 2nd and 11. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
A first carry now. This is Williams. Shoves him aside, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Room here to run.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Langford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Williams fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Dwyer. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Dwyer. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Throwing to start the drive. Dwyer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Off play action. Dwyer. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Dwyer. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Looking to throw. Dwyer.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Throwing to start the drive. Langford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
But he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Oh, wide open, complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to 24. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Dwyer. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Dwyer.
That is caught.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They start the second half here with Williams.
And a short pickup to about the 25. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Langford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Langford. And he comes back with one complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Back to throw. Langford. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's 3rd and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Dwyer.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do.
Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 47 yards.
And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, that situation, Charles, where it's too long for the field goal. Why not take a chance on 4th down? And, boy, does it pay off handsomely.
And living with a lot of second guessing goes with the job description when you're the head coach. And most guys nowadays, they understand and study analytics. They have someone on staff that walks them through it and then talks in their ear on game day. So they're a lot more comfortable rolling the dice and going for it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one,
and now off to the races, down the right side.
Off to the races. Moving inside the 20.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
you get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Dwyer.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
129 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dwyer.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield. And
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA.
Second and 10.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Langford, right's got him. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Langford over the middle, complete. That's right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Complete to right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to throw. Langford. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He juked him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Looking to throw. Langford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Operating from the gun. Langford. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Back to throw. Langford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Off the play fake. Dwyer. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Langford. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
Down the right sideline. Inside the 10.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
He may go.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for White on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun, Dwyer. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
70 Lions. Warrior 70. Ready.
Looking to throw. Dwyer. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
19 Lions.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their